Go ahead.
I always want to share a big story, and an impact that God's made on my life. Um, I guess it goes back to my senior year of high school. Um, at that time, I was really lost. Um, I was going through a lot of stuff at home, financially with my parents, and mentally, and just I can say that I was probably in the biggest slump I've been in, mentally and probably even physically in my life. Um, I decided to listen to a friend. Her name is Alyssa, and she came to me and said, I got this thing going on. It's called, the Christian Club, back in my high school at Laguna Creek, and I met this guy named Brian. I walked in the building, and I wasn't sure too much to what I should expect, and I kind of came in there. I was kind of confused, and I was kind of lost, and I still wasn't sure, who God really was, and I went, and Brian gave me a smile, and I just went again and went again, and I happened to be sitting in there, and Brian came to me and said, "I need to see you after." And not knowing me at all, he came to me and said, "Jesus told me that there's something going on in your life, and I want to know what it is." And I talked to him about it, and I told him everything that was going on in my life. My family is suffering bad. My parents are arguing and fighting. I feel like the family's breaking apart. I got people that I've grown up with dying, getting murdered, and you know I walk around with a smile on my face, and I'm not gonna let anybody know what's going on because I don't think there's anybody that can really help me. Um, I talked to him about that, and he prayed for me, and he prayed for me hard for a couple of days, and he prayed for me from there on every day, and still to this day he tells me he prays for me every single day, and it worked. My family, out of nowhere, in a week's time, snapped out of the financial, troubles that they was in, and we was able to get food in the house. I can't, you can't take back death at all. That's one thing that we got promised in life. But like I said, I finally understood that the life in the streets, in Sacramento just wasn't for me, and that God had a better plan for me. And I just walked down that road, and not knowing if I was going to graduate high school, God made it possible, and I graduated. And me thinking I'm losing the opportunity to go play Division I football, one of my biggest dreams, God brought that back into my life. I made a leap of faith and went on to Iowa and played football, and God's blessed me, with the opportunity now again to go play Division I football and follow my dream. And He's blessed me with a support system with a bunch of people who care about me and support me in everything I do. And like I said, without Jesus, none of that stuff would have been possible. And it's made a dramatic change on my life. And I thank all the my support system that helped to make that possible, Brian and Alyssa. And now I'm here in Omaha, Nebraska, with Bridge Church. Um, Bob and the whole Spurgeon family, and Josh and everybody here at Bridge Church, helped make this possible to finally, get a baptism for my faith. And I feel like I can only go up from here. Thank you.